Hey, it's Pink Buddha, and welcome back to another episode of Force Fridays. Today we're going to talk about using the Akai MPK with the Force. I'm trying out this all black version because it seems so ninja-like, or it's like some sort of military-grade stealth device, but we'll see if it's actually too hard to play, not be able to see the white and black differences on the keys. And I'm going to talk you through what I think are two strategies for how you can set this up. So let's jump right in. Okay, so strategy number one is simply that you just plug it in and use it. I know that sounds really simple, but the way that the new Force update works with MIDI is that anything you just plug in, it automatically recognizes it, which is awesome. If you do want to mess around with MIDI, you can go to the gear icon and then go to MIDI and sync, and it will show you what pulls up, and you can dig in to do other things. But this enable MIDI ports when discovered is a great button to have on there, because then when you just plug something in, it just works. So now whatever track I'm on, it's just playing the notes of that particular track. If I go and add a new track, let's just say, whatever for the sake of it, it's just going to work. Going back and forth between the two of them. So it's that simple. You want to record something, you just simply go to the track that you want to play on. You can play over here. Whatever you push will work. The only downside about the current state of the Force with MIDI is that these knobs don't affect anything. I hope they're going to come out with some sort of update in the future that allow you to map external CC to things, but right now the only thing that maps is the pitch bend. And if I were to go in the back of this thing and plug in a sustain pedal, that would also transfer that data too. And the modulation if there's a note like this. So that's your options for using any of these other type of knobs. Strategy number two is to actually program this device to play specific tracks. And you don't do that on this external device, you do that in the Force. Let me show you how that works. You go to the mixer, you go to in and out, and then this is where you want to determine, right where it says MIDI in, what you want to have controlling it. In this situation, maybe I'll set it up so that the Force is just playing here. And this one is now not working on that. Neither are the pads. If I wanted the pads to play, let's say this kit, this device here automatically sends all these pads here on MIDI channel 10, and these ones on, I can configure to whatever I want to, but I believe it's probably just number 1 right now. So if I wanted to come here from the ports, I would select MPK Mini, and I would want to select channel 10, and in that situation, now the keys are not going to control these notes here. Just the pads. So even if I go to the next track, well, I have to have a record arm. You need to go to Shift, hit record, settings, and then do record arm to multi. Now, when I push record on these, even if I move to this other track here, I can still use these pads up here because track number 1 is set to receive MIDI information from the MPK Mini on channel 10, which is what these pads control up here. If I wanted to add another track, let's say another plugin here, it just changes to like a, bass sound here. I record arm this particular track, and I want to make sure I come back to the mixer on in and out, select the MPK Mini, and go to channel number 1. So now essentially I could have 3 different parts that I'm playing at the same time. I have the drums up here on the pads, I have whatever sound this is here on the Force, And then this bass part on track number 3. So conceivably, you could come up with some sort of part to play all at the same time. I'm a little messed up because I'm not used to playing the bass and drums with my right hand, but that's so weird. Every time I hold this note down, that note kills it, but if I hold this note down, sometimes this gear. All right, so those are the two strategies that I would recommend using with some sort of external MIDI device like this. If you're new to this channel, you can click up here to get caught up on the other videos that I have on the Force. And I also have my own personal music up on this channel as well, if you want to check it out. Thanks.